subscribe. Tariq Radio. Watch and subscribe.
Let's get Miss Brittany in here. Brittany, what's up?
Hello.
Hey, dear, how are you?
Hey, Tariq, how you doing tonight?
I am good, dear. What you doing over there?
I'm chilling at work. I work midnights.
No, you work at Amazon. Or a nurse? What do you do?
Amazon. I'm a nurse.
Yeah, either one. Either one. Ain't nothing wrong with Amazon.
I know about this. That's just
I'm just
normal.
working this time of night. Amazon or
Yeah.
that's what
Yeah,
it is.
they make pretty good money though. They do, but they stand up too long.
Yeah, yeah.
They be standing up all night. So
So what's on your?
I get to sit down mostly. I want to know what is like the foundation or Black people period. What is like y'all issue with immigrants? Like, why is that a big issue? Like, with like what Foundation Black Americans like? Why do y'all have an issue with immigrants so bad?
Um,
Like, are y'all afraid of them working better than y'all or taking jobs or just I'm just trying to figure out because why even the Republicans? Why is it such a big deal with just deportation? And we have other things to be worried about besides
no, we don't.
immigration.
Got that to be okay. What benefit do we have with us being flooded with immigrants? What benefit do we have from that?
I think immigrants kind of benefit, like selling like fruit.
I
They real good hustlers and
fruit,
stuff. They
fruit,
clean up,
fruit, fruit,
janitorial.
fruit. We can go to
Yeah,
Trader Joe's and get some fruit.
I know, but they bring a lot to the economy. That's all I'm
No, they
saying.
don't.
They
A lot to their own economy. No, they don't. How do they bring
so you
economy, but their economies are smashed down?
well, I don't know about that, Tariq, but I'm just saying. I think that
About that. That's why they come here. Their economies are trash. So how do they can't contribute to their own economy, but they contribute to ours? No. No, ma'am, it doesn't work.
so you agree with them all getting deported?
Yes. And I want them to hire some FBAs to help do it. But that would be
You can't be serious right now, right?
what?
Are you serious right
As a heart attack.
now? Wow. Why are you so divided with people? Like
Why
with
I did that doesn't benefit my people here. That doesn't benefit us. Why should we sit here getting flooded with non-citizens, draining what little resources we have? Why should we go for that, ma'am?
but just feel like you guys shouldn't be worried about it. You just do what
Why?
you guys need to do on your side and
No,
they continue doing providing for that. They come here for the immigrant. So you don't
no, 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 no. That's a problem. If there is a problem, we should be worried about it. That's a problem. That harms us. When you have a bunch of people being flooded and dropped into our neighborhoods, and the resources are already limited, and they're draining the limited resources that we already have, that is a problem, ma'am. Why should we go for that? You keep ignoring that, and you keep changing the subject. Why do you keep ignoring that, Brittany? Brittany?
ignore what? What am I ignoring?
I keep telling you that it is a problem. You keep telling us we got other problems. No, we don't. That's the
We have no. I just feel like we have bigger issues.
have. Okay, you tell me. You said we got. You keep saying we got other problems. What other problems do we have besides that?
Democracy,
But
inflation right now,
that's not a
how
catchphrase.
people, children are
But
committing
that's
suicide.
no, no. You're just saying words. We got a problem with democracy. What does that mean? You're just saying random words, Brittany. Why are you not being specific, Brittany? Why are you saying vague words? Democracy. What does that mean, Brittany?
Like taking away a lot of women rights. See, I work in the medical field. I've been working in the medical field for a long time.
And medical field,
Trump is trying to
and in the medical
take away.
and in the Brittany, you're not going to talk over me, beloved. In the medical field, you have a lot of immigrants taking over those fields. And those could be some FBA women and men in those medical fields. You understand? And a lot of these people be having fake degrees and all types of stuff. We need some more foundational Black Americans in those positions, ma'am. But go ahead. Oh,
No, I just feel like this country is just so divided. Like it's like everybody, this cult is over here, this cult is over here. It's just like everybody just so divided.
and
Why we just can't come together?
ma'am,
Because we're up against a government that's against all of us.
and all of them, the immigrants come over here and they are against foundational Black Americans. We don't owe them
Not,
nothing.
not all of these people.
Enough,
There are some good people.
enough of them. Enough of them. They come over here and are against us. Enough of them. We don't owe them anything, ma'am. We don't owe them nothing. They don't benefit us as a collective. Yeah, there's some,
They have children.
and
They want their children to come here to have a piece of the American dream.
how,
Everybody should be able to
how
get a chance of the
the
American
Mexican
dream.
dream?
You said what?
How come they can't have a piece of the Mexican dream? How come they can't have a piece of the Venezuelan dream? Dream there.
Well,
I
it's a lot going on in different countries. And sometimes
dream home. Go home.
get away from certain situations.
Go home and dream. Go home and dream. And then make that dream a reality like we did here. We made a way for ourselves. We made a reality here. This is why many of us, as foundational Black Americans, we can find certain levels of success on our own homeland without fleeing. We made it happen here in the middle of a hostile environment. Why can't they do the same in their homeland, ma'am? Why do we have to sit here and be the sacrifice?
Because everybody don't get that same opportunity everywhere.
You created,
That's why.
did. You create the,
And sometimes it's not that simple.
it's very simple. It ain't that it was it's hard because it was hard for us to create the little opportunities that we've had, but we don't deserve to have people flooded on all over us getting benefits that we fought for. Every time we fight for something, they run and leapfrog over us to get it. We had enough of that. And then they're ungrateful on top of it. They turn around and then turn on us. Damn that. Those days are over.
Are you just saying just for the immigrants or just people that come over here specifically?
Anybody, anybody, immigrants included. We ain't
I
capable.
think you're really getting the wrong message, Tariq, to the American people that,
Uh,
that's
Brittany,
on your platform.
Brittany, there's a reason why this country damn near flip red all across the board. Why do you think this country flip red, basically? Huh?
Uh, I, I, that
Come on,
I think
come on now.
is because of the simple fact Biden, I mean, just hear me out. Biden had just took a loss. People really was going for Biden. And then they just put Kamala in it with those 100 days. I think that's the reason why she kind of failed and she didn't win because of the simple fact of the time.
Man, that woman had enough time and resources. They gave the
She only had 100 days.
and
So look at this. If you had a campaign for 100 days,
ma'am, they gave that woman billions of dollars. They sat here and propped her up in the media. They sat her next to every A-list celebrity, Oprah, Beyonce, Taylor Swift, J. Lo, Eminem. I mean, they rolled the red carpet and the country said, hell no. What does that say?
I think people was just afraid
Of what?
because of the economy. Because of the economy right now. That's what I think.
They're afraid of what, dear?
Because of the economy, how everything is just so super high right now.
Right, and that's because
That's why I think Trump won.
of the
Because
and the immigrants in part due to that because things are high.
no, I wouldn't say the immigration.
Yeah,
No, I
because
wouldn't
all
say that.
a lot of our resources are going to them. They're coming over here, and our tax
But what's
dollars,
wrong with helping other
our
people out?
man, we got to help out. What's wrong with helping ourselves? We got to help us. I want foundational Black Americans to be good.
But they are good.
Not enough. There's too many of us are suffering. I want all of us.
Well, some foundation Black American people are very lazy.
And
I would say that.
some immigrants are too. That's why we ain't gonna foot the bill for them. And many immigrants are too. They're too lazy to build their own homes, and it ain't our job to foot the bill. When we're lazy, ain't nobody footing our damn bill. So ain't nobody gonna foot their bill either. Let them go home, right?
I just don't agree with that. I just don't feel like you just throw people like away like that. That's just basically
But
they're going back to their homeland. Anything could go wrong. They can get killed or it's a lot going on in a lot of these countries. That reason why
why
they're coming over here because they're getting so harmed. They have children.
did foundational Black Americans suffer? Because we need resources, so why should we suffer? Foundational Black Americans have families that they would need to take care of, that they would like to have jobs to take care of with. Why should they suffer? Why should foundational Black Americans suffer? Brittany?
Well, like I said, some foundation people are just lazy. We have some lazy bunches in every type of race.
Right. And you have lazy ass immigrants, right?
These people come here ready to work. They're ready to work.
Okay, how come
They will do anything in their
they
power.
weren't ready to work in their homeland?
Sorry, you're deflecting. I'm trying to explain to
No,
you why these
I'm
people come
on,
here. They come in here for the
no,
American dream
no, I'm not deflecting. You said they're ready to work, but they ain't working in their homeland. So why is that?
because America is one of the best countries.
Why
Okay,
is that?
so they come here to make a better life, as you always hear them say that. So they come here to
Why
make a
do they,
better life
how do they
for their family.
why does this country provide a better life for non-white citizens?
I don't, I wouldn't, I don't know that question.
That's
I don't
because
know.
of foundational Black Americans. We kind of paved the way for that. It was our free labor that built up the wealth of this country, ma'am. You say some foundation,
Well, I know that, Tariq,
but
but what I'm saying,
no, no,
why be selfish?
no, no, because you sit up here saying that foundational Black Americans are lazy, but they're the hard workers who come over here, but their homelands don't reflect that hard work. You're not making it make sense, beloved. You're not making that make sense. Because foundational Black Americans are hard workers. We have to build and rebuild, get our things torn down, and then have to rebuild again. We're the only group that has to rebuild over and over and over again. We have to keep creating culture that is globally accepted. That's not a lazy people. We're very intuitive, creative, and we're not lazy by a long shot. So I take great offense to that. Brittany,
Yes.
you come from a tether background, beloved.
You said what?
I say you come from a tether background
How do you figure that?
because you sound like a tether. That's what a tether would say.
Because I feel like some black people are lazy.
Yeah,
I'm around a lot of black people
sure,
and they are lazy.
and and,
Some of them are,
and some of your tether families, they're lazy too, beloved. That's why y'all had to flee here. You from a tether background, dear. That's tether talk,
no, I'm not. I'm from Detroit.
ma'am. And I think we've had this conversation before. You come from a tether background, beloved.
If I is that a problem? Because if I'm an immigrant or a tether, like is that an issue? If I'm not
Just say,
a foundation of
well,
Black American though,
stop faking the funk. Stop being ashamed of your family's background. So you can't sit up.
I'm not ashamed of anything.
Yeah, but no, because you're always very vague about you. When I say where you're from, you start talking about Detroit,
Well,
and
I am from Detroit.
but your family is not. Your family, they come from an immigrant background, dear.
That's fine.
Right, that is fine. But I'm not ashamed.
You have a problem with immigrants?
No, you have a problem being honest about where your family is from and being ashamed of where they're from. I'm not ashamed of where my family's from. They're from here, all of them.
How can you be so sure?
I know 100. My family were here at the beginning of this country. They helped build it. Yours did not, ma'am, and that's the
What
difference.
beginning of what?
The beginning of the United States. My family built the United States.
What year? You saying the year, but you're not saying the year or anything.
I'm not saying what?
The year, like what year was your family here?
Oh, ma'am, I can trace my family to the 1700s.
So your family was here in the 1700s.
1700s and before that, but that's how far I can trace it back to.
How? Because black people were everywhere, like in different like states and everything. It was all over the place. So how can you be so sure that your family was here if you were in slavery?
What kind of question is that?
I'm just saying back then,
They
like
were all over the
people was
states. How can I be
slavery, they was all over the place. So how can you trace your lineage
document
uh
documents
here?
documents, ma'am? There's something called documents. There's something
So you have
there's something called
legal documentation.
documents, Brittany. I know that you come from somewhere where they don't really have documents. Your family comes
And
from somewhere where they don't have their documentation in order. We had the documents here. We had census forms, birth certificates, death certificates. We had all that. So we can trace our things back over here as foundational Black Americans. Most of the people listening here, many of them can at least trace their family members.
I would have to see that. I don't believe that.
Your family's from a third world country, so yes, it would be hard for you to believe that because a lot of y'all don't have birth certificates now. So yes, it would be hard for you to believe that. But as foundational Black Americans, our paperwork is in order. We come from a
So every person that's on this chat, that's a Foundation Black America, they have their paperwork.
I can almost guarantee about 98% of them do. Family, raise your hand in the chat who has paperwork on your family that can go to at least the 1800s. Can everybody raise their hand, please? All right. We can trace our stuff back very easily. It is not hard.
So what are you guys' problem with immigrants and like people that's not a part of your cult?
No, the problem in cult, well, that's the problem right there. You're talking about a cult. It's called lying. That's the problem we have. We have a problem with lying because a lot of people who are not from our lineage, they come from these failed cultures where people just lie all the time and just say,
To lie about what?
we just said a cult. That's a lie.
What is a cult? Because you guys kind of gang up on people. I listen to your space a lot, Tariq, and you guys gang up on people. When somebody disagree with you guys, it's like y'all kind of gang up on people.
Ma'am, I've been to places like the Caribbean. If you go say something slick to them, they're going to gang up on you too. That's not a cult. That's a culture. And we are a culture. And we don't let people come in and denigrate and disrespect our culture. And no one, and we are included. We don't let folks denigrate our culture. Like you. And you come from a immigrant background and you had the nerve to repeatedly say that foundational Black Americans are lazy. You've repeatedly said that, and you come from a failed culture, which is ironic.
Mm.
So, what issue do you have with foundational Black Americans?
What issue I have?
Yeah,
Just I don't have an issue. It's just like it's I have like kind of black people, whatever. I'm tired of saying that financial black
you
American.
what? You what?
But black people, I don't like keep saying the foundation black American thing because I don't know where it came from. But
Yeah, that's
I would just say black people.
that foundation Black.
Um
No, no, no,
but
no, 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 no. We're not. No, no, no. We're foundational Black Americans. We're not. We're not one big global Negro. We're not the same. Just like a Jamaican ain't the same as us, which is fine. A Ugandan is not the same. They have their own lineage. And we have our own lineage and culture. Go ahead, dear. Now, what problem do you have with foundational Black Americans?
I don't have a problem. I just don't like the whole why you guys are so divided with everybody and always feel like y'all always want a handout or y'all always against about something
Who
or like
wants a hand?
about what other people
Who wants a handout?
with this whole reparation thing.
Yeah, what about him?
Where like how do y'all figure that y'all owe reparations?
How are we not old? That's the question. How the hell we not? We built this country so that your family can come over here and flee. Why are we not old?
But okay, but do you guys actually think that that house will ever give you reparations?
Yeah. Ask the Democrats what'll happen if it don't happen. Ask Kamala what happens if you don't give it to us. How's that working for them?
But that wasn't just foundational Black American. It was Latinos, half of Black women, Chinese. Like it was all different races, all
Us, man. That was
to
us.
vote.
That was foundational Black Americans who made them crash and burn, and they've admitted it. That was us. We made them crash and burn as punishment, and we did it deliberately. So ask them how that reparations thing worked out when they want to play games with us. You see? See, we can have a ball. We can have a ball with this thing. You can either give us what we want, or we'll let your party crash and burn deliberately, which is what we did to the Democrats. You see how that works? We can do this all day.
But that doesn't make any sense, Tariq.
Why doesn't it make sense, beloved?
Because like that's only a specific of one type of people that's asking for something.
Yeah, because we're the only group of people who built the damn nation from scratch.
So you feel like your clique is the only people that's supposed to get reparations, no other type of race.
What other race built the United States and didn't get paid?
So do you feel like
What other
you guys
group?
were the other?
What other group built the United States from scratch and did not get paid, Brittany? Go.
Well, um
Come on.
I would say Latinos, Caribbeans. Um,
What Latinos built the United States?
back then it was a lot of people that kind of came over and contribute to America before it was
Ooh,
America.
ooh.
I can't be Pacific right now because I don't
Because
really
you're
know.
making
It was
it
a
up,
book
dear.
I had read.
Because you're making it up.
No, it wasn't.
Who
No,
came up?
no, it wasn't. It was a book I was reading one time, and I forgot the name of it, but
Where?
it
Where? Where were some Latinos building up America? Where? What state?
said what state?
Yeah.
I would say California,
Latinos didn't build
New
up
Jersey.
California
How can you be so sure?
because I know history.
Okay, that's probably something that you missed, Tyreek. I mean, it's well documented
What's well documented?
who built this country.
Foundational Black.
It wasn't just foundation Black American
Yes, it
people.
was. It
It
was
was
Black America.
white people, black people. That's why I'm getting confused because you keep saying foundational Black American people.
It was
So that's why I keep getting confused. Like,
right. It was
what specific people is that?
it was
Is
found
it Black people or uh?
it was foundational Black Americans. Hell, some of the Latinos, they actually went to war with the United States. They weren't building anything. They went to war with the United States. The Mexican American War. They went to war with the US. You understand? So yeah, you're just making up history, man. I would do that too if I really had no culture, Britain.
Excuse me.
I think I would make up lies too if I had no culture like you, ma'am.
So you figured that I don't have a culture?
No, you don't, ma'am, because you over here cosplaying as us.
I'm not cosplaying you guys.
Yes, you are.
I don't want to be nothing like you guys.
Yes, you are. Somebody asked you,
No, I don't.
when somebody asks you where your family's from, you talking about some damn Detroit. That's you cosplaying as us, ma'am.
Well, that's personal information.
Ain't no personal information. You
Yes, it is.
have to cosplay as us, ma'am. So that shows where the sauce and the flavor is, right?
But I have some type of black in me. When you say,
You're not a foundational Black American,
well, I know that
right?
before. I know that for sure.
But you talking about you got some kind of black. Some of y'all other groups, y'all never identified as black until y'all got a.
Well, I don't identify as black like on my census papers or whatever like that.
So
It's always huh?
what do you identify as?
Indian or Native American.
I don't believe that, Brittany.
Excuse me.
Believe that, beloved. I don't believe that.
So what do you think? What do you think I fill out,
I,
Tariq?
I probably it's just somewhere in the Caribbean, just about
In the Caribbean?
some type of Caribbean thing going on there, based on the type of
I mean, I have family in that.
right. It's like Jamaica somewhere, right?
Yeah, yeah, okay.
I can
I'm
tell by
getting there.
yeah, I can tell by the style of lies you tell. It has jerk sauce on it. I can tell by the style of lies.
That's kind of racist, don't you think?
I ain't say nothing about race. I'm talking about culture.
I know, but you say you can smell
The
the
jerks.
Jamaican sauce or whatever.
Yeah.
That's kind of racist, don't you think?
what does jerk sauce have to do with race?
I know, but you're that's being racist because you
How was that got to do?
talk about
And we're the same race, right? I thought you said we were both black. I'm black. They're black. So how is that racist?
Jamaicans are not black.
What are they?
They're not black people. They're Jamaican.
So then why do you guys say we're divisive when we say, okay, we're foundational black Americans and people are different? Why do you say we're divisive? And you just acknowledged your people aren't even black in Jamaica.
Well, I'm not saying that, but
Oh,
what I'm just saying that some Jamaicans don't claim to be black. That's all I'm
what
saying. That's not them being divisive. They just
Brit-
don't claim to be black
Brittany,
people.
Brittany, you just you say one thing and then you say the very opposite the very next sentence. Brittany, that's why we're delineating. You see?
No, because you
Oh
guys are a cult. That's
no,
why.
because you can't stand on business. Y'all some wishy-washy, shape-shifting, flim-flammy, flip-floppiness ass people. You never stand on business. And that's why the delineation movement is so heavy, beloved. And that's why the immigration thing is going down and the deportation, because people are tired of folks not standing on business. That makes sense, beloved?
I mean, in your world it does, but
Not just my world. Again, this whole country damn near flip red. So a lot of people kind
I don't think that was really real. I think that was fake news, my opinion.
of, yeah, y'all think a lot of stuff in your little shanty towns, man. Y'all don't believe in reality.
Shanty town.
Yeah, in your shanty towns back in your homeland, y'all don't really believe in reality. Y'all have to, come here to get wake up calls. Y'all just say,
Tyree, you're very racist to other cultures.
no, that's
You know that?
racist, beloved. Y'all have shanty towns over there. That's not racist. That's reality.
That is
And,
though, because what
ma'am,
it's
do y'all?
a thing everywhere you go.
They're not a bunch of condominiums over there. They have shanty towns over there. What are you talking about?
Jamaica is very beautiful.
It is a very beautiful place, but there's shanty towns by those beautiful beaches.
Shanty towns everywhere, Tyree.
I'm not over here.
Yes, it
No, it's
is.
not.
Okay.
I'm
Okay.
not knocking you.
I've been living in Detroit for a very long
I
time,
love
and
my Jamaicans. Listen,
it's shanty everywhere.
I love Jamaicans. I got good friends in Jamaica. Love them to life. Uh,
You're racist though.
I'm ma'am, stop it. And have a great time when I go over there. But there's a lot of shanty towns. A lot of the people are in shanty towns. That's a reality.
I wouldn't say that.
What, ma'am?
I wouldn't say that.
Are they living in condos and in nice spots?
Mm.
Huh?
They're not living in that, but they're living pretty well.
No,
I will say.
no, they're not, because y'all wouldn't come over here if you were living well. Your family wouldn't be here, dear.
And your family wouldn't either, Tariq. It's the same
The hell
thing.
you talking about? My family is from here. My family are aboriginal to the Americas, ma'am. My family's been here all over, ma'am. We built,
So, okay, okay.
my family built the United States, ma'am. Big difference.
So did you marry a foundation of Black American woman too
Yeah,
as well?
yes, I did.
How if she has white in her? That's not foundation Black
If
American.
her dad is foundational Black American, she's a foundational Black American. See how that works?
That's not true.
Well, no, just because you make up your
Because you have white. And you.
Just because you, again, you make up your alternate reality, that doesn't make it true. My wife is the foundational Black American, ma'am. Just like y'all live in shanty towns, even though you want to deny it, that doesn't change the fact, ma'am. You being in denial about things, that don't change it. You being in denial about the shanty towns in your homeland, that don't change it. You being in denial about my FBA wife, that doesn't change reality. You being in denial about the failed culture you come from, that's not going to change.
Tariq, I saw your wife. She doesn't look like she's FBA.
Ma'am, what does an FBA look like?
She's hot. She looked like a half breed.
Yeah, a lot of FBAs are half breeds, like a lot of black people. Booker
No.
was a half breed. Frederick Douglass was a half breed. There's a lot of black people in America who are half breeds. A lot of foundational Black Americans have European ancestry. I have like 20% European ancestry, ma'am. That's part of foundational Black American culture, unfortunately.
But don't you feel like a hypocrite because you bash white people and other people so bad, but you married somebody that has a white mother and a black
Mm,
dad? Wouldn't that like
how's
you
that
being
hypocrite?
hypocritical?
Black? How's that a hypocrite?
Because you stand so much about this black power
Mm,
movement, but you married
a black,
somebody that has that white lineage
I got
too as well. Because I'm pretty much sure she had
I,
white people in her family too as
I
well, right?
I have a white lineage, so I married somebody like.
But
See,
no, but what I'm saying, do you have white people in your family?
no, not in my immediate family. I don't.
Right.
But
So that's what I'm saying. But her mother does because she's a white woman, right?
and what does that have to do with my lady's blackness?
Because she's not all the way black. That's what I'm saying.
See how that works? We don't do that. I know y'all do that in them shanty towns. We don't do that here. We don't bang mother-in-laws. We don't do that.
Mm,
I know y'all do weird stuff.
yeah.
I don't bang the mother. I bang the black lady. You see, y'all bang. You see, over in your shanty towns in your homeland, y'all running up and down the beach with white women. Yeah, that's what they do. I don't do that. Y'all be bed wenching for white men, beloved. We don't do that.
Oh, so now you saying it's a problem dating a different race?
Yeah, if you want to sit here and point the finger, but you come from a bed wench, bed buck culture, your whole culture is bed, ma'am. I've been to Jamaica. That's all you see on the beach is dudes out here with white women, ma'am. And y'all over there with white men, bed wenching. And then you are
See, you're so divided with
so
people.
you're a
Like
Kamala
you're
and
very.
ma'am, you're a Kamala supporter.
I'm not a Kamala
Yes, you
supporter.
are.
No,
And
I'm really not.
your fellow Jamaican with a white zaddy. That's your culture, chasing zaddies. So you trying to project that onto me? I don't.
Daddy?
Yes, white zaddies, chasing a white zaddy.
What the
I,
hell do that supposed to mean? Why is daddy? But black.
I don't chase white people. I don't chase them to lay up with them. I lay up with the black lady. That's my lady. I lay up with my fine black queen. You know? Y'all choose white all the time. Y'all love white people.
So you have a problem with interracial
Uh, yeah,
relationships?
I have a problem with people bed wenching and bed bucking and then pointing the finger and trying to be hypocrites. That's hypocritical, ma'am. Because you and your culture, y'all choose the white people. I chose a black woman.
No, it's whoever you fall in love with.
Yep, and my lady is black. I chose a black woman. Whoever her family is, that ain't got nothing to do with my choices. I didn't choose any of that. I chose a black woman. And we have a black family. You, on the other hand, you have a fleeing bedwench bedbug family that failed, and you had to come.
That is so racist.
You had
That is so racist.
you had to come here in Detroit, a place that foundational Black Americans made hot in order to flee to, ma'am. You see, right?
No, that's not true.
It's not.
No, it's not.
Come on, Brittany.
What is this whole Benwich thing with this? What do you? So you have a problem with white men now?
No, no, and I know that you've dated white men, Brittany. I know that.
I sure have.
I know that. I think you told me that before. Yeah.
Yeah,
And are you dating one now, by the way?
I was,
Right.
but not right now.
Well, what not right now means not today, but you'll have a white zaddy coming back to you. So yeah, so Brittany, you lay a white man, Brittany.
And what is that problem? That's the issue.
Yes, an issue because you can't talk about my black queen when you lay up with pink penis, ma'am. You lay up with a
What?
you lay up with a whole pink penis, and my lady is black, and you want to project onto my lady? My lady's black, and I'm black.
She's not fully black, Tariq.
But
I'm
you
telling
got
you,
a
not.
you got a full white penis up in you, ma'am. Full white.
What is the issue with who people
You just
date?
made an issue. You talking about if
No, because you
no
so pro-black.
talking about somebody having an issue being half white. My lady's still black, but you lay up with a whole white European, ma'am. Make it make sense, Brittany. You're a whole
No,
Caribbean
what I'm
Brittany.
saying because you're so pro-black. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
It's a difference. I don't scream about being
so
a,
you're like
FBC or
so you're
FBA.
like you can lay up with a white zaddy because you don't like Negroes anyway. So you're just a full bedwench. You're a full bedwench, so you don't owe any type of empowerment to blackness whatsoever. I'm a Sambo and a mammy, so I have mammy right.
So now you're calling me a Benwich?
Yes, you're a bedwench, ma'am. You are a full
How you figure that?
you're
I have dated black
a
guys
ma'am. You
before.
are a Caribbean bedwench, which is common. That's very common with Caribbean women.
Okay, that's your opinion, Tyree.
Ma'am, you just said you got zaddies. You should, that's
And I said, but color, it doesn't matter. But I don't see color. I see the person.
really,
See the FBA thing going on with you have. You guys are hateful to other races.
really.
So y'all try to stick
We're
to.
we're hateful, and y'all got all types of weird names for us. Y'all Caribbeans, especially Jamaicans, call us Yankees and stay away from them and stay away from that. And you sit up here talking about how lazy we are, but we got a problem? Really? Come on, Brittany.
You speak a lot of hate, Tariq. Like seriously, I came on your platform to have a decent
We
conversation,
are having a
and all you did was attack my culture. I haven't attacked yours. All I tell you
Brittany.
of what I see.
You've sat here calling foundational Black Americans lazy. And ma'am, you come from Jamaican culture, and Jamaica has a bunch of shanty towns, ma'am, and you're calling us lazy. And no disrespect to Jamaica, but it's just very ironic. And then you brought up my wife, but you lay up with whole white men. And my wife is a beautiful black woman. So you do a lot of contradictions there, ma'am. A lot of contradictions there. That's what I'm saying, which is typical of the tether class. Very, very typical. But go ahead, Brittany.
Okay, I kind of forget what I was saying, but what I'm saying, like, I don't have a problem with the FBA thing. I just feel like you guys are very um divided
That,
and mean, and
that
and like I'm on the platform now, everybody just saying all these little funny little slurs and stuff like that, and
like y'all,
the phone
like
stuff.
y'all be
And me personally, I don't have a problem with FBA people. They are good people. There's some good people in every different type of race. Everybody is not the same, Tariq. So that's what I'm saying. You know,
mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
but I don't have a problem. But for you to call me a Ben, which I feel like that was very racist to say, because I'm a type of person, I don't see color. I look at the person. If they treat me right, that's all that
Which is what
matters.
bed say. Bedwenches always say that. You're a bedwench. That's all right.
A bed wench?
Bedwench.
I'm gonna have to look that up.
Look it up. Look up Negro bedwench.
Negro bed
Yeah,
wench?
look it up. It's a term. It's a word.
So if your son one day marry or daughter marry a white man or been with them, would you have a problem with that?
It really depends. I might because I got young sons now, and I had to talk to one of
Hmm.
because at one point about 2 years ago he was really into Ariana Grande, He was liking her.
And what's the
I
problem
don't.
with
I
her?
just didn't like it. It just made me uncomfortable. I got him some Rihanna DVDs. I mean, CDs. I got him.
But Rihanna is
I know
Caribbean.
that, but I'm like, let's work your way back to blackness. I got him Beyonce. Um, I just made him start looking and listening to more black women artists because he was really into Ariana Grande. He really liked her. I said, okay, I don't want to raise a little Sambo up in here. So
Tariq, can I ask you a question
go
real
ahead.
quick, please?
Go ahead.
Are you a racist?
Ma'am, stop it. I cannot be a racist, ma'am.
How you figure you can't be a racist? You just called me a bad witch because I sleep with white men.
Well, that's not racist. That's a culture thing. That's a
No, it's not a culture
it
thing
is a culture.
because
Oh,
because a lot of foundational black women they sleep with white men too as well.
not,
So what are they?
some, but not many. Not many.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. I know a few of
But no,
them
listen, let me tell you something.
and married some.
Listen, foundational black American women, they don't trip on no white boy. White boys are always trying to get at foundational black American women. They're not over.
They do.
Oh, all the white dudes always trying to get with FBA women. They're used to it. Now, over in your homeland, when white folks show up, it's like Jesus showed up. So y'all put a lot of extras on the white people there. FBA women ain't tripping on.
That's not true.
Dude, FBA women. Let me tell you something. Our women, FBA women, got mouthpieces. They got game. They'll hustle a white boy out some money. They ain't got to lay up with him and marry him. I know some sisters who will spit some game at a white boy and clean his damn bank account in 2 or 3 hours. Our FBA sisters got mouthpieces on them. They know how to get some paper out these white boys without laying up with them. You understand? Y'all different. Y'all lay up with him and worship him, and y'all different.
I don't worship
Oh
anybody.
yes, you do. Oh, you.
Okay. I guess you know me now.
Yeah, I know your type. I know. I know the.
You know my type.
Yes, I know the Caribbean Bedouins type. But it's like Jesus showed up.
You can't speak for every Caribbean person though, Tariq. That's not fair. That's like me trying to speak for every foundation Black American person or Chinese person or Latino, Mexican.
Hmm.
I can't speak for that culture because I'm not a part of that culture.
Right, right. But what
Right?
you do know,
So how can you feel like you can speak for
because you
Jamaica?
because you've spoken for our culture. You first called foundational Black Americans lazy. Second, you
Because I go off of what I see.
well, you don't see
Oh,
foundational
Lord.
Americans.
Huh?
I said you don't see no lazy foundational Black Americans like that
I see it on the television.
on television. Where? What shows?
Yeah.
What?
And reality shows and
Like
stuff
what?
they put on.
Name them. Name the.
Zeus Network with the Baddie Show.
Those are most.
Love and Hip Hop shows.
Those are mostly from your culture, ma'am. The baddies and love and hip hop, most of those are Caribbean people doing all of that. The people who produced it are Caribbean. Mona Scott, she's Haitian. Most of that stuff, those are Caribbeans, dear. That's from your culture. You know that?
Wait, Krishan Rock is Caribbean?
I don't know what her.
You just said you said the Caribbeans. That's
Yeah,
part of Caribbean.
most of those people, Jocelyn Hernandez and all of that ratchet ass stuff, those are Caribbeans for the most part. That love and hip hop, those are
Some black people
Cardi
too
B.
as well.
Absolutely. Remember, Cardi B was on those shows. That's your culture, beloved.
Cardi B is Latino.
Right, but that's still Caribbean.
Right.
Yeah.
Slippery slope.
Hold on, Gabriel. I get you, Gabriel. Hold your Joel off, Gabriel. Hold your Joel off. I get you. Let me.
I'm Haitian, bro. We don't eat
All right.
that.
Hold your cat meat. I'll be there with you in a minute. Hold your cat meat. But Brittany, I'm still dealing with
See, that's kind of
that's
racist right there, Tariq.
the
You calling
cat meat is
people different names.
how is that racist and that's a thing? Oh,
What's the
cat
thing, Tariq?
thing.
I can say blacks, y'all eat a lot of chitlins, you
All right,
know?
chitlins are good.
Y'all eat chitlins and pig
Some of
feet, you know? A lot of bad
right.
food that you don't
Chitlins,
need to eat, but you continue to eat it to
chitlins,
destroy your body.
chitlins are better than cat meat. All right. So I ate chitlins when I was a kid. It tastes better than cat meat. All right. Go ahead. And my brother said Sexy Red's manager is Haitian. My brother McCall just hit me up. So yeah, a lot of the ratchetness That ratchetness, like Luther Campbell brought a lot of that ratchetness, all that twerking all over the place. That's Luther Campbell. He brags about bringing that culture down to Miami, which he,
But that's only one specific person.
but no, I'm telling you a whole bunch of different people, beloved. It's a whole bunch of them. And you,
And black people contribute too as well.
yeah, and y'all do too. You see? But we don't be bringing the filth and degeneracy to other people's culture. Y'all bring,
But you guys started it,
no, we,
things.
no, we didn't. Y'all bring your filth and degeneracy to us. We don't do that to you. We don't bring filth and degeneracy to your cultures, do we? We don't bring drugs to your
That's your
culture.
opinion because I think we
We
had this
don't bring,
discussion
man,
before about
drugs to your culture. There is no version of the shower posse who went to Jamaica bringing drugs from America. We didn't do that. Y'all did that to us. Y'all brought drug cartels up here to us, right?
and you guys started selling it too as well.
Didn't bring it to
So
your culture. We didn't go,
why would you just because somebody bring it to your community, why would you want to be a part of it?
but we didn't bring it to yours. See,
That's why I
when we
say
when we
lazy.
go to your culture, we don't bring drugs and stuff. Y'all come over here with drugs and all types of weird shit. All right?
Mm.
Come on now.
I don't know nothing about that, Tariq.
Yeah, you never do. You have a blind eye to a lot of stuff.
It's no blind eye, Tariq.
Well, yeah,
It's like you making up stuff.
ma'am. Everything I'm saying is documented. You can verify everything that I said, ma'am. Some of those drug cartels came from your culture, came over here. They didn't bring anything really constructive. They brought drugs over. We don't do that. We don't bring drugs down there to the Caribbean. We always come down there helping out people. And it's just the opposite. And then you wonder why there's a major delineation movement, ma'am. And then you wonder,
What is this whole delineation thing that you guys are trying to pull?
not trying, it's pulled, ma'am. It's already pulled.
I don't think it is.
I promise you it is. That's why you hear kind of upset about foundational Black Americans acknowledging our own culture.
You made it up. It's a cult, and
But Jamaica's,
it just don't make
yeah,
sense
it does make sense. You're not a part of our land.
because it's a cult. I don't because you wants to divide
Well,
people.
ma'am, you're just not a part of our lineage, beloved.
How do you figure that? I could be a part of that lineage. I probably have some type of FBA or whatever it
No,
is
don't,
that you made.
ma'am. This is not it's not AAA. You can't join and then quit. It don't work like that, beloved. It's not a membership group. It's a lineage. Either you have it or you don't.
It's a cult.
No, I mean, lying to yourself is not going to.
I heard it was a cult. I'm not the only one that
Yeah,
said it.
but
I hear it a lot.
tethers lie to themselves. That's okay. And the great thing about lying tethers is nobody believes you. See how that works? Being a lying tether is just another stereotype. Nobody believes you. Y'all don't even believe each other. That's why,
So when did
listen,
this found?
beloved, y'all don't even believe each other. That's why nobody can build trust in your homeland. That's why y'all can't build nothing because nobody trusts each other enough to build anything with. That's why y'all got to flee to come over here to the people who stand on business. You're giving a great example of how culture works. When you have a culture of lying and scamming and everybody just lying willy nilly, you can't trust anybody. And if you can't trust anybody, you're not going to be able to build with them. That's why y'all have a gazillion people in these places and nobody can build a damn thing because everybody's sitting around lying and scamming. That's a part of the culture that needs to be fixed there. We don't need y'all bringing that over here, which is what you've done. And y'all try to infuse that lying, scamming culture among us, and we're rejecting it. That's why.
Okay, can I ask you one more question before I get
Go
out of
ahead,
here, please?
beloved.
Okay, since you guys are this FBA group, right? Why do you guys don't just start up your own funding with your own since you guys like want to be so divided with everybody, why you guys just want put all your money together and just go somewhere and get your own land and just go that way?
This is our land. And We're a
What's your limit?
43 million foundational Black Americans. We can do whatever the hell we want on our land. We ain't fleeing in large numbers, so we're good, man.
No, but why you guys just won't build it
We've
up?
already built it up. We
Um,
built this.
not here. I'm saying like go to
Where?
here. You can be still here in America, but just move to another land that can be just
Where?
foundation of Black America town.
Where? What
Town.
other
You see
land?
what I'm saying?
What other?
Like a compound or something.
Where?
You know?
Where?
You said where?
What other land is vacant right now?
It's plenty of everywhere.
Where?
Say honestly.
Name it then.
I can't think of. I can't
What's
think of. I remember I'm not from here, so I don't really know.
okay? What are you talking about?
But that's what I'm saying.
Where?
You guys want to be so divided.
Where? Okay, you're just saying stuff. Where? What vacant land can we go to? Where? That's not occupied that we can just go and say, okay, we're just gonna build everything here. Where?
I'm saying go buy your own land
Where?
and build your own compound.
Well, okay, we already have our own country. This is us. This is ours. This is
I said like like your own town that
why
say,
do we
you know how to way
why do
California.
we're not immigrants, ma'am. We don't have to have it's 43 million of us. We're not gonna fit in a small town. It's too many of us. We have a whole country, ma'am. Foundational Black Americans, we have a footprint and a history in every single state in America. Do you understand that? We have a footprint in every single state, beloved. We're not immigrant groups. We're not little small groups that fled over here, beloved. Every single state we had a footprint in it. I'm talking about even the ones in the Midwest, the Wyomings, that's us too, because you had the Buffalo Soldiers out there paving the way, building the infrastructure in some of those places. All over in Idaho, Maine, all of you name a state, I can tell you the foundational Black American history of that state where we had a footprint in it somewhere. All of this is ours, beloved. You understand what I'm saying? Go ahead, beloved.
I think you're not understanding what I'm saying, Tariq. I'm saying like you guys just go get your own land and just go into another little make your own little town. You know, since you guys want to be so divided. You know, I think Louis Farrakhan was
Okay,
saying that
okay,
years back.
man,
And
you're saying stuff, and you're not really making sense because you keep trying to compare us to the fleeing culture that you have. We've had black towns, and we got predominantly black towns. We have places like Ladera Heights in Los Angeles. That's a very well-to-do area that's near South Central LA. We got um, Prince George County. We got places all over, places down in Dallas. We got black enclaves all over the country, beloved. We've always done that. So the real question is, why don't you go back to Jamaica and make Jamaica great again? Huh? That's the real question. Because we're on our homeland doing what we do. We just don't want people.
actually, I go to Jamaica every year, and I contribute a lot to my country.
What do you
So
what do you contribute?
I don't I don't want to go there with that.
What do you
I'm talking about America right now.
yeah, us. You had to flee. You're not building anything over there, dear. You're fleeing.
Why would I build anything over there? I've been here for a very long time.
Right.
Why would I go over there to build? And I can build here.
Mhm. Well, you're not building here, baby. You're just kind of cosplaying as us, right?
Cosplaying?
Hmm.
No, I'm really not. I'm really not. I live a good life, actually.
And you're welcome. You live a good life thanks to foundational Black Americans, beloved.
Because of Foundation of Black America? No, because I worked my ass off. That's why.
Now, you couldn't work your ass off in Jamaica, so you had to come over here and get opportunities that we helped create.
You know, my family been over here for a very long time, Tariq.
Yeah, they had to flee from their homeland. So, and that was because we paved a
Oh, so that's why you guys have a problem with immigrants. Now I get it.
well, we don't owe you anything. You know,
No,
what do we
because we come over here and kind of do what we supposed to do, go to school or do whatever you got to do to work hard and get what you need to do to survive. And,
Like the shower posse when
um,
they came over bringing drugs in the 80s and flooded the East Coast with all types of drugs. Was that what you supposed to do? Hmm? Because that's what y'all were doing in the 80s. Y'all were flooding us with drugs over here. The shower posse working with the CIA. Was that what?
well, I don't know. Um, I don't know anything about that,
I
Tariq. I don't know if that could be true or
bet,
not. Honestly.
bet you don't, beloved. Okay. All right. Anyway, Brittany, I'm gonna let you get back to your white man. He's probably in the bed waiting on you to bring him some Joel off. And
I'm at work, Tariq.
I know
I am at work,
that.
and I'm not with a white man right now.
Oh,
What is the issue if I married a white man or
but
whatever? Do you have a problem with that?
you had an issue with my black queen, so yeah, I have an issue.
Well, that's because your wife has a white mother,
I'm,
so she has white
I'm-
people in her family,
and I'm not
like I do too as well.
not
And
I'm not choosing to bang the white mother, but you're choosing to bang a white man. So it just the contradictions kill me, ma'am. You're choosing to bang a white man. I'd never bang my wife's mother. Never. I don't intend to, ma'am. You see how that works? But you're banging a white.
that is so racist to say, but okay, that's
'Cause
fine. We can disagree. That's
I'm
fine.
racist because I don't want to bang my wife's mother, and that's racist. How's that racist, dear?
No, I think you misunderstood what I'm saying.
Okay. Okay, beloved. Okay. All right, dear. Let me thank you so much, Brittany. I appreciate you, dear. All right, that's
Okay.
Brittany, the Jamaican bedwinch tether.